All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah coming this Sabbath morning with an awesome message. I must complete this message, and it's so important that I do so. Being so, this again, it's not my topic. It's not my topic, but it is my topic. It is not my topic, but it is my topic. It is not my topic, but it is my topic. I want to say to the Most High Yah, thank you, and for giving me this opportunity to speak what you are about to speak through me. The name of this message, the topic of this message, what do we have to hold on to? What do we have to hold on to? Now, I want you to know that this this is a message that's going to cause us as individuals to really seek within ourselves, really where we stand. 99.9 reject, refuse to see themselves in the mirror, because a lot of times what hindered them from seeing themselves is they have put themselves on such a high pedestal to where they can't come down halfway to see really who they are. They could see where everybody else is at, but they really can't see who they are. And I think that this message is fit for such a time as this, because people have placed themselves so high, they can't even see low. Okay. And what I'm about to speak on, it wasn't prepared. It wasn't something I did a study on, or I gave it some thought, or the Ruach was dealing with me on. It's just something that has been dropped upon me this morning, and I felt compelled to bring it forth unto you. What do we have to hold on to? Now, as I began, when I start videoing this message, this is the fifth time my the laptop kept shutting off for some reason. So I decided, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in here and wipe out all of these videos. Hey, I wasn't second thinking nothing or trying to figure out, oh, but should I keep them or should? But as I was wiping these videos off my laptop, I said, well, I wonder, should I keep this one or should I keep some of them for somebody that comes along later on? The Spirit spoke to me, just says, don't keep nothing. Wipe them out. What are you holding on to them for? Wipe them out. So he gave me something to add on to this message right then and there. And I wiped out 117 videos off my laptop. And I felt good about it. Because when I heard that quiet voice in me said, why? Don't leave nothing. He didn't say leave. He said, don't hold on to nothing. So he was letting me know these videos, it's not even worth holding on to, because they have gone out to the wind. And if those out there, ears can't catch, eyes can't see the videos that has already went out, what he's saying is, don't hold on to them. Let them go. So I thank the Father for that. One thing I noticed about the Most High since I was a little girl, when he says something to you, you must apply it first and foremost to you before you think he's telling you something about somebody else. And I say that to every prophet or every prophetess that thinks that Yah is giving us message for somebody else without us dissecting it ourselves, applying it to ourselves. Because if he giving it to you, you need to first apply it to yourselves. Measure yourself by it. Okay. So even though he dropped that, what do we have to hold on to? showing me my videos. Wipe them out. Why would you hold on to them? And he saw, I mean, I know he know that I wipe them bad boys off. I'm just quick to do stuff like that. But when my laptop seemed like it kept shutting off, I said, well, let me take a few of these videos off. But I just start bam, 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 and bam, bam, and bam, bam, just wiping them out. And I said, well, maybe I should keep this one. And the Spirit said to me just as clear, no, delete it. What are you holding on? And at that instant, I knew that Yah has a message for you. Okay? Because what he's saying is we are holding on to things that we should have or should prepare to let go or let go. Holding on to things that we should and prepare to let go. Now, what was going on with what do we have to hold on is because if Yah were to come, let's set up if Yah were to come, let's say 3 days from now, and that will be Tuesday. If Yah were to come 3 days from now, okay, and he say it's it's based on your choice. I'm going to allow you, I'm finna take you out of Babylon, but by your choice. The Father want me to know that they will not budge. He was subject to have 1/4 in his hand. Very little. Why? Because he said they have held on to so much, so many things that they would not even want to leave Babylon. These things have won people over, have given them the mindset that they hide the highest on the pedestal. And they're not coming even halfway. They like where they're at. They won't come down. Now they'll look down at you so that they can see, make sure that they can still have that outlook of them being high. But what he is saying is there is coming this time that we're in where people, not time, that they are going to hold back unto the things that they have accomplished here in the United States. They're going to hold back. They're going to hold on to the United States itself. They don't want to live. They don't feel they got too much invested to leave. They own too much. They have too much. And I said, Father, the main thing will be animals. And yes, it will. Because people have placed what is created as blood lickers, flesh eaters, and they themselves have made these animals human. They have served the animals greater than humans. And if you think that's the Most High's doing, keep on living. Because that animal is what you're going to be left behind with. And see what that animal will do for you. You see? So what do we have to hold on to? People have this stage where they up high. They don't want to come down low. So they're not going to come down to want to leave because they didn't put themselves too high. They got animals. They're not going to want to leave the animals. They're not going. They would leave their families before they leave their animals. That's how sick the world is. When I think of ICE, I'm still trying to find him a place to rehome. I guess that's what they call it. But I would never place him to the level, or I'm going to be here with you all the way and I'm not going nowhere because you. No, no. I might need to take this. 1 minute. Hello? Hello? And the reason why is I don't want anything to interfere with what I know is not lining up the way Yah created it. So I'm not going to put an animal on no pedestal with me because I feel I'm on a pedestal, or I'm going to put an animal up there and I can feed and take him to be her to be to the vet. I mean, not to the vet, to where they can get groomed and they got medical. They got, and then a human turn around and say, "Can you give me $1 for something to eat?" You got words in your spirit. It's messed up. So these are the things people will hold on to: family, friends, community, the pedestal in which they have climbed so high, animals on the number one, materialistic things, their feelings, their emotions. They will hold on to all of that while the right hand is saying, "Come. By choice do I give you to come." They would all be left behind. I know it. Many of you all say, "Oh, no, I got my keys. I got the ruach. I know I'm going." That there is a spirit that has been swimming around for quite a long time. And it knows how to clamp on to individuals to give them that same mindset. Even though Yah is not saying that when he come, it ain't going to be if you want to come. The right hand is going to take out. It ain't gonna sit and play patty cake baker man with you. It ain't gonna sit and say, okay, so you go, oh, I got to get my puppy, I got to get my cat, or I have to get my husband, I have to get my wife, or I have to get my children, or I have to get, my car. I have to, oh, I can't give up my house. It's a question that rests on you today. What do you have to hold on to when the right hand bring Israel, the whole house of Israel, not the whole house, the house of Israel and Judah out? What would you hold on to? Because the facts, the reality of spirit and truth, many going to be left behind. Even to the point that those who are going, guess what? When that right hand swift up, guess what? It's going to place us somewhere where still yet he's going to purge the rebels and those who transgressed against him. They still are going to be judged right here and now on the earth before he take anybody to the promised land. He's only taking the small remnant, those that he have in his right hand. He only taking them. But before he take them to that promised land, to Mount Zion, he's going to purge the rebels out. He's going to take out those who transgressed against him, which is going to be many. So what is going to happen? They too shall be and repeat the same thing that took place when he brought them out of Egypt. Where did they reside? In the wilderness, where they died. You see? Where they died. So what happens to those people that's in the wilderness? The ways that they came out of still rest within them. It's a blessing to know that Yah have his in his hand. And don't think he don't know what he got in his hand. But he brought Israel out from bondage on the four corners. But you're going right back to repeat exactly what took place when he brought Israel out from the bondage of Pharaoh, and he brought them to a place, and this place that he brought them to was a place that they could not be changed. They couldn't change. That's why they died in the wilderness. It's nothing he wanted to do with them because they could not and they would not change. So he left them there. Same thing here. When he get to the four corners and take out Israel and Judah, he's going to bring you to a wilderness. And he's going to purge out the rebels and those who transgress against him. Leave them in that wilderness. And he's going to take his hand for remnant to Mount Zion. So those that are in the wilderness, guess what? They're going to die out quick because they're not going to be able to have a new name, a new heart, a new spirit, Yah in them. They just going to be in that wilderness trying to survive with the same mentality that they had when they was in the land of their captives. Same mentality, except that it's going to reveal that it wasn't because you were in these four corners where you like this. This is just who you are. And that's why they all died out in the wilderness. Like unto this stage in which many are going to die out. And you out there, I say unto you, the hope that rests in you is that you be counted to go to Mount Zion, the promised land. Why? Because what is going to take place in that wilderness is going to show you this has nothing to do with a white man, a slave ship. They did this. This has to do with putting you among your own people and you be among those that you are like. This is where a lot of stuff will happen. Because now you can't blame those on your left, those on your right, those that's in front of you, and those that's in the back of you. You will have Israel and Judah sitting there right in the wilderness. And everybody's going to be footing for their own. Doing the same thing they were doing on the four corners to themselves. Okay? So the question was put before me, not so much as before me, but the topic was put before me to speak on. What do we have to hold on to? So if you feel that there is so much here on this side where you are in captives on the four corners that is worth holding on to, hold on to it. It's not going nowhere. Hopefully you'll be able to think about it when that time comes. I don't even think you're going to be thinking about it because I believe the way Yah is going to do it is like, you see? So it ain't going to be no reasoning with you, playing patty cake, bake a man with you. You see? And the heart is what's holding on. He going to lead you right there. That's how he was able to to leave Lot's wife. You see, because he already knew her thoughts. So don't think that this is a question in which it's really actually giving you a choice. It's really not. It's just wanting you to really think about it today, because this is how tomorrow's going to be. That's all I'm trying to really relate to you. Yah is wanting to give you a wake up, a shake up. That the reality is people are holding on to too much, to where they thinking and feeling and caught up in holding on to the very moment that right hand comes to make that switch over. Your level of holding on going to cause you to remain right where you at, so that you may continue to hold on to where your heart desires. I know a lot of people wouldn't even think of that. But just think, what does it look like for the right hand of Yah to be coming on the four corners to take a people out that stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient? And they don't even want to come out because of what they got in. They say, I'm not coming out. I got too much invested in. See, the difference between that is in Egypt, they didn't have things that they were really invested in. They were just in hardcore slavery. They didn't have what people have today that they so invested in. You think back in Egypt, people was invested in making sure their dog is taken care of more than anything? No. Invested in, I got a home and I got homes and property and business. I got this. I'm way up on a high pedestal. I'm not about to come down to go into his mighty hand to go nowhere. If he want me, he just take me. You see? People are not coming down from where they're at in these four corners of the world where they have so much to hold on to. They're going to be left there. You see? They're going to be left there. They're not going to come with the crew that's going to be taken to the wilderness. They're going to remain where their heart desire. A lot of people say, well, my heart really don't desire. Yes, it does. It's caught up in your flesh and in your mind, the way you think. So your desires is going to be left here with you and you with it. You see? So the question that the Ruach put in my spirit was, what do we have to hold on to? It's powerful in the sense of the spirit having that to say in this day. This day that what is it? September the 27th, 2025, the trumpet has been blown and it's sending out a warning. What do we have to hold on to? We are to be living in this moment our daily bread. We are to be living day by day, trusting in the one that holds the whole minute, second, hour, day, week, month, years. We should be trusting in he that holds all of that. Instead, we're trusting in what we are holding on to make us be what we are on the pedestal in which we have created regarding ourselves. Okay? So, holding on to all these things is a form of where your eternal destiny really rests therein. And a lot of people would say, well, no, I don't think so. Blessed be the name of the Most High Yah. And they would wrestle with that. And the only one would wrestle with it. It would be people who say, I have the keys to the kingdom. I have the Ruach HaKodesh. I have the light. I am the light. I have the light in me. I have spirit and truth. I have what it takes to go over to Mount Zion. But you got to be measured by Yah. Yah is measuring what is in your heart, what you think about, where you at, where you been, and where you going. And if it's based on your emotions and your feelings and what you are caught up in while you on your high pedestal, when therefore no, when that time that hand swift Israel and Judah to the wilderness, you're not even worthy to even enter into the wilderness because you are so set up on that pedestal of I'm holding on to everything, anything, because I don't want to let nothing go, not even a blink of my eye. I got to take care of my dog. I got to make sure he got best health care. He got best grooming. You see, he got the best food. I got to take care of my family to make sure they are okay. Make sure they're going to be okay. I got to take care of all these bills. I got to take care of all these properties, all these houses. I got to take care of all these business. I got to take care of the cares that rest here that I accumulated, not knowing that it wasn't supposed to make me. It come to break me. Why? Because it comes to show you that you don't need the right hand of the Father if you can cover your own tracks. You see? If you got your tracks covered by your own right hand, you don't need the right hand of the Father to take you out of your comfortable state of mind, your comfortable state of spirit, your comfortable state of understanding and feelings. Yah is not going to take you out of that. See, a lot of people won't tell the truth that they love Babylon more than Babylon loved them. So this is the reason why they would hold on to the mindset. And Yah has no problem. But the trumpet has been blown. And the question has been put out there. What do we hold on to? If you are holding on to something, you're actually keeping anything and everything from pulling you away from. So what sense does that make for the Ruach to come with his power to take you out of environment that you're holding on to against your will? Y'all just sending that question out today, all because what is set for tomorrow. It's a question we must ask ourselves, which many would say I already have the answer. Because I know that y'all don't do things like that. I know he don't feel about things like that. I know that that's not how it's going to go because I got the Ruach. And I can have everything that the world has ushered me to keep me feeling that I'm the one on the highest pedal. And the highest pedal is the highest pole. It's a level of mindset that I am exempt from many things that is taking place or is said because I've got here because of who I am, what I have, what I'm doing, what I understand. And they take it and they'll make it if it takes them to seal it with I got the Ruach or I have the light, I am spirit and truth, I have the keys to the kingdom. That too, they clamp to it just so they can stay at that level in which they have created themselves to be, in hope that they can have that level when Yah come, and they'd have no understanding that when he come, that level that they are at, by choice today, you still will not release because you want to remain at a level of your flesh because it has deceived you. People waiting for Satan to deceive the whole world. He has been successful, but he couldn't deceive the whole world without you first deceiving yourself. That's what a lot of people didn't understand. You first have to deceive your own self to believe the deception of Satan. But you would have to deceive your own self before he can deceive you. Or the ways of the world can deceive you. And once that sort of deception is locked in, it's locked in because it's locked in to the one that's lost anyway. And this is the type of loss that was and is the serpent's seed. They are lost in the deception of their father, which is the liar, the father of lies as well. They are lost in his bosom, in his understanding, in his interpretation to them. He the one placed in their mind that they can be on the pole with him and own it all. Not like owning the world or owning riches, and it's a mindset, you guys. And when they do that, this is what a lot of people have no idea of when they talk about stiff neck and rebellion and disobedience. These people cannot comprehend the level of the actions that are within them. Why? Because they put themselves too high up. That's why they can't comprehend spirit and truth and the light in a way where it can chastise them. Because they figured that, hey, I'm already in there. I already got the keys. Can't nobody say did. And that's where y'all say to me, Deborah, the trumpet has been blown. Ask the question, what do we hold on to? Because somewhere Yah is about to bust a move. He's about to bust a move. So those that are out there that are holding on to everything that they have placed before them to hold on to, you will and you shall miss the movement. You see, you will miss the movement. Because I myself don't believe that everybody will end up in the wilderness when they didn't want to come. And how do you know if they want to come or not, Deborah? Yah said, I judges the heart of man. Everything in a man's eyes is clean, Deborah, but I weigh them spirits that in them that got them thinking that they all that answer. And they are exempt, Deborah. They are on a pedestal of their own understanding. They're boasting, their ego, they're self-centered. When that right hand comes, it's coming. But all this stuff that this country have embedded in our understanding, and we took it and ran with it, want to live with it and want to die with it, you can have it. But the question the Ruach wants to ask today, what do we have to hold on to? What did Lot's wife, why did her heart desire to be there? You see? Was she caught up in something? Yes. Where she really wanted to be, where she really didn't want to leave. Now just imagine all that homosexual stuff there. What was in her? Somebody said a question about Lot's daughter. No, baby. What about Lot living there all that time? Bringing his family in that type of environment. Think about it. Knowing that their daughter wouldn't be able to marry God-fearing men. Why would they raise two daughters there in the midst of that? Why would his wife want to reside there? You see? You all don't understand it. It's like that today. It's like that today. So the question again would be, what do we have to hold on to? Look at all of the words that have given us an example of the yesterday and how people rumbled and how they lived and how they did things. Just look at all of that. Should not there be an end to all of that? Sure it should. And Yah is offering it, not offering it. Yah has sealed it in to be. And the way he's working it is he's not stopping in between. He's going all the way with it. So if we thinking he's going to sit and take out time, or he's going to send the angels down to minister to us so we can get up out of Babylon, no, he ain't. Babylon, you can be in the Babylon to stay, to live and die, like many of Israel, many of Judah has lived and died in the place of their captives. But what makes you so special? Where do you stand today that made you so special that you won't live and die in the land of your captives? Don't be a fool. Walking in this in your own self-understanding. Being clean in your own eyes. People dying every day in the land of their captives. So you think y'all gonna be afraid to leave your tail here? No, he ain't. So the question he put on me to speak on, what do we have to hold on to? Something he's saying in that. It's not just something, it's a lot of things he's saying. To give those that are in the body of Hamashiach something to think about. Since so many wants to say they in the body, but they live in separate. They thinking separate. They feeling separate. They own separate from the body. But yet they say they in the body of Hamashiach. They're in that church. So you think for 1 minute, all these people dying yesterday, today, and still dying, that's Israel and Judah, especially Judah. Did they get a chance to go to the wilderness? Or to go to the promised land? No, they died in the land of their captives. So Yah wants you to know, keep holding on. Keep holding on to things that you think you're going to get to take with you. That's how firm he said you're holding on to it. Because you're holding on to things to dear life. Because you really think you're keeping yourself. You think you really ruling your living. Let life come out of you, then what do you have left? How many people then lost their, don't have life, and everything they got is gone? It's all of it gone. So that's a good point in what the Father is saying. What do we have to hold on to? Are we holding on to his unchanging hand? His plan to get us out of here and take us to a better place? Are we holding on to the hem of his garment? Are we holding on to his word, his power? Or what are we holding on to? The things that reside in the land of your captives is what you're holding on to. Can we hold on to the both, Father Yah? Can I hold with the right hand to you and hold with the left to the world? Or the things and the materialistic things of the world? Can I just hold on, Father Yah, to the both? That's a question that requires no answer, not from the Most High Yah. Because he shares you with no one when it's time he wants you for himself. So what do we have to hold on to. It's the question and saying, the trumpet been blown. Let them know. What do you have to hold on to? In a sense, prepare your spirit man to the point where it prepares your flesh to know, to feel, to act as if nothing here is greater than there. The right hand of the Father, the Father's bosom. Once we can prepare our hearts and our minds and our actions to understanding that makes it so easy when it's time to go. So long. You see? But when we feel that, no, I can't. And I told someone that, and this is so true. I sit back and watch the Ruach teaches me and working with me in how to let my children go. Let them go. Is it a journey? Yes, it is. But each day it's feeling more better and better and better. Say if, for instance, they can't go where your right hand is taking me. Say, for instance, they get left here in Babylon. Say, for instance, they get left in the wilderness. I have been built up and are continually being worked on. Let it go. So it's going to be easy. So easy to where I'm not going to look back. I'm going to be so busy looking forward. I want to be in the midst of those who are assigned to eternal kingdom. I don't want to be assigned to those who are the eternal lake of fire. Why do I want to hang? Why do I want to hang? I want to hang with those who are written in the Lamb Book of Life. And if I can't hang with them, I don't want to hang with no one. I don't want to hang with nobody. If I can't be on that side, I don't want to be on no side. I don't want to hang with nobody. So him putting me in the position to use that as his title, it's saying more than what I'm able to say right now. It's saying more, y'all. And it's saying something to those who are in the body of Hamashiach, at least those who say they are or who they think they are, and those who are. I look at myself, and it ain't nothing that I would want to hold on to when he comes. Nothing but his right hand I would hold firm to. I won't hold to his hand with one hand. I would hold so firm with both of my hands, holding on to his unchanging hand. Oh no. Oh no. So I guess that's also a part of why y'all keep his true servants in this day and time in a position where they don't have. Y'all don't make them look like they don't have, even though they need and they don't have. But y'all put them in the situation to where they only in need for what Yah gives them daily. Even their wants can't override their daily bread. And many don't understand why. Do you live off your daily bread? Because you are a servant to serve, not to have things that you're going to have to grip and hold on to. And according to hold on to it, you're going to have to put a lot of work in holding on to it. You're going to have to put your ego up there, your pride. You're going to put up there, you're going to put boost. You're going to put your boosting up there. This is what people do when they have. And they don't think y'all see any of that. They don't understand y'all the one allow it. He's the one allow it. Those that he says daily bread, give us. Who is the us? Who is the our? Daily bread. You ain't looking for more than someone else. Y'all don't care if you're able to live way beyond someone else. He know that your heart is going to have to work on holding on to whatever you have, whatever you got. It takes your flesh to hold extra firm to it, to keep it, to feel that you have accomplished something because you are did. You have did. You're better than did. Oh, I got did. But when it all said and done, the Father says, what do you have to hold on to? Because it will stop you and hinder you. When that right hand comes to the four corners. We are putting too many liabilities before us. Because we think that's the perfect living. That's the perfect life. It's being liable for did. And then y'all said, servants, your daily bread is all you need. Just your daily bread. You don't need no more and no less, but you need your daily bread. And in that daily bread, y'all feel that. Those that know what I'm talking about, that live their daily bread, you feel that thing. It ain't nothing no one can actually do or give that won't change what y'all got you lined up for. Your daily bread. A lot of people will think that they really doing something. They have no idea. When it comes, it goes. Why? Because so much has to go out. Because nothing is coming in. So when it comes, it go right back out the window. You don't even see it. Because Yah has set his servants in a situation eternal on the earth as daily bread. So that's why I said even the prayer that people would take, Heavenly Father, which are in heaven, sit your tails down. That prayer is not for you. He was telling it to the disciples, not the multitude. So you got to understand it is created for a people that serves the Most High Yah. We need to stick to his daily bread because outside his daily bread is the ways and the wants and the desires of the world. And we fall and trip over all of that because we feel that we need this, we need that, we need this, and we need that. And y'all said, but don't forget, I got you under the daily bread. See, people can talk. Sister Deborah can preach. There's a difference in the two preaching, the two talks, the two teaching. You have to know the difference between the two. And most people, 99.9, don't. So the Father says, what do we have to hold on to? If you are of the daily bread, based on even the prayer itself, give us our daily bread. So who is give us? Who is us? And who is our Father? You, Deborah. That's all I give you. It's what you need daily. Not yearly, like everybody think living is about. I got to clamp in all the years so I won't do without. That's people who don't have Yah. They have their own way of making things work for themselves so they won't have to need no one but themselves. But when your trust is the one who sent you down here as just that, his servant, well, he's going to let you know You're going to serve me among the people, but I'm only going to give you your daily bread. Praise the mighty Yah. And I sat and I wonder. I said, is that why you don't see anything you get? It's because there's always something there waiting for whatever you get. You get a penny, something going to be in line for that penny. I know. Play with me if you want and think. It's okay for you to think what you think or feel what you feel, because you know what? Guess what? The reality is, when the spiritual one live it, they the only one can teach it. When the spiritual one live it, they the only one can preach it. When the spiritual one live it, they are the only one can speak it. Sit down, clowns. How about that? How about that? You see? So when he's saying to someone out there, what do you have to hold on to? Because I'm coming. And that which you hold on, that which you treasure, that which you have placed yourself on a pedestal and say, I got it from A to Z. I am not in need. I got my years covered, my days covered, my house covered, my property covered, my business covered. I'm good. Good. Because you will be left in Babylon so that you can keep all that you have. Hold on to what you have, because the call of the trumpet has been blown. Now, what Sister Deborah is saying, no matter what you have, it should be able to roll off for you just as easy as butter roll off of a hot skillet. It should never be something that you are so high and mighty to where you feel you can be so high, you can look down and think that you are the one that master your goings and your comings and your ups and your downs. People, I'm telling you, 99.9 feel that way in their flesh, because most of people are born of the flesh. And they don't care about hearing message of the flesh or of the spirit. Why? Because the world has given them all that they need, all that they desire, all that they want, all that they fantasize. And they don't think nothing can take it away. Nothing want it. Because what Yah is actually saying is, you better measure yourself in self-judgment. Because what do you have to hold on to? Because when that right hand comes, if that heart and that mind, that ego, that self-centered, and that which Sister Deborah been telling people time after time, and you're holding on to that, that's where you're going to be left with. He ain't going to take you out of your comfort zone. You really believe that Yah will take you out of your comfort zone. He's not going to take you out of that comfort zone. He's going to leave you in your comfort zone. And those that he take out to the wilderness, those are the rebels. Those are those who transgress against him. Even they themselves going to be left in the wilderness. The promised land is getting something else. The promised land has his remnant in his hand. You see? And Yah is not saying that the things that you have, and because you have it, you're going to be left behind. That's not what he's saying. It's where your heart is at. If you're serving a dog, you and your dog going to be left here. Because you ain't learned to understand that when Yah created it, what did he create it for? You took it and put it in an order in which Yah did not put it in, and made it greater and loving and caring than human. The only reason why people get dogs, because they blood lickers, flesh eaters. The only reason why they get dogs is because they know that dogs don't care about how evil, how wicked they are, how mean, how nasty, and how many demons in there. A dog don't care if you're poor, you're rich, you're ugly, you're fat, you're skinny. A dog don't care about nothing because that's the way y'all created him. And 99.9 of people who in love with dog lovers and really all this loving dogs and all this fantasy dog, having a dog and this and that, those are people who have not only lost their identity as a human, but they have taken something that Yah did not create them to pour out that sort of, I won't even say spirit, feelings, and revert them. He said, even him, watch what I mean. Let me show you something. And people thinking that stuff is cute. And it is cute because you sick. Now watch what I'm talking about. Watch this. I'm going to give you an example of what he said in Romans chapter 1. Now watch this. In Romans chapter 1, verse 22, let's start there. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Verse 23. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And change the glory of the uncorruptible Yah. Now Yah is not corruptible, but they changed the glory of the uncorruptible Yah into the imagination made like unto a corruptible man. You see, if they're able to switch Yah into that which is like a corruptible man, what in the rat's behind are you doing with these dogs and these cats? Yeah, I know it's a lot of freaky stuff on the side of it. I know that without a doubt. I know that big time without a doubt. But it's just the idea. Now listen to what it says. I know y'all ain't getting this here. And he said in verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So while you're running your tail around here thinking you're so wise, that's why I said you're a fool and you're a fooling and you're a fool. Okay, now watch this. Verse 23. We in Romans chapter 1, verse 23. And change the glory of an uncorruptible Yah into an image like unto a man, a corruptible man. Watch this here. And to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore Yah gave them up to an uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. So Yah is actually showing you here in verse 23 that you're nasty. You run around here and you trade one for the other. You can't trade no dog and no cat for a human. You can't take care of no dog and no cat to the utmost. And then when a human said, give me $1, you act a fool. You're sick. You're sicker than you know you're sick. How about that? You're sicker than you know you're sick. But what bothered me, I wasn't expecting to go deep to the point where Yah is showing me, Deborah, they changed me into a corruptible man. So that's why they able to change these dogs into trying to making them human. Women are getting them to be their mates. Men are getting them to love on them like a woman. And many of you can play what you want or whatever. Even when you give these animals your feelings and your emotions, you're giving them what Yah did not give you to give unto a blood liquor flesh eater. But then you can't get along with your sister. You can't get along with your brother. You can't even get along with your mom and daddy. You can't get along with your co-workers. You can't even get along with your neighbors. You don't even speak to your neighbors, but you can go to a dog and give them all your emotions and your feelings. Sit y'all clown tails down. You're foolish. And you think Yah is going to honor that. And you think you're going to get away with it. No, baby. I am so grateful that he knows the heart of who we are. And I was saying that to him this morning. Father, create in me a clean heart that I may worship you. Because it's no way that these things that's on this earth worth putting up on a pedestal, or I'm climbing up on a pedestal because I feel that I'm entitled to because of the way I feel about who I am. So I hope those that's out there, and it's very few, that's how narrow the gate is, that heard me talk about give me this day my daily bread. It wasn't for them who got more than their daily bread, who's standing on high hog and figured that this is this is where they at, this is where they stand. See, they didn't know that prayer wasn't for them. That prayer is not talking to them. They don't know when y'all talking to them or when they talking to themselves through their own feelings and emotions. They talk to themselves and they think that's Yah. Oh, yes. Oh, you think nobody didn't know that, did you? You didn't think nobody knew that, did you? But yes, this is how they do it. So when Yah is saying here, what do we have to hold on to? Me, myself, your unchanging hand, Father. I tell him that all the time. I have nothing but your hand. And I thank him, and the more and more I even look at the fact that he had to come in and step in through the transition of me from one place to the next. Because I was just stuck to where I could not move, y'all. I know for a fact that heaven came down to assist me. And he made sure nobody was on the left. He made sure nobody was on the right. Nobody was in the back of me and nobody was in the front of me. He made sure I got that. He made sure I gripped that bad boy. See? When it all comes and you get stuck, here you are stuck. And you're like just in a situation where you stuck. You don't even can't think about how I'm going to get out of this stuck position. And you sitting there and all of a sudden, bam, here he comes. Don't tell me who he is. Because you trust in yourself to get your own self out. I trust in the one that I've been trusting in since I was 4 years old. 4 years old. That's where I put my trust in. And the thing was, let me explain something. The thing was even mental more than anything. I can get anybody out of situations. Y'all had gifted me to have that ability. But I was in a situation I couldn't get out myself, not even mentally. And I remember yesterday having my grandbaby and just thinking about, wait a minute, I'm actually out. I'm actually out. I'm out of a situation to where I couldn't see myself out. I didn't know how to get out. Mentally, physically, even financially, I couldn't figure out how I'm going to get from this to here. But when heavens come down, woo, I'm telling y'all, many of y'all have not ever, and never will experience that. When you at a standstill and you know that's all you can trust, because you can't even trust your own thoughts of how I move from A to Z. Oh, how I must do this, how this must happen. It's just too much. It's just too overwhelming. It just mentally, bam, did heaven come down and say, wait, whoop, bam, bam, there you go. Stand down. Yah is asking you the ultimate question. And that is, what do we have to hold on to? It's the things of the world that have gripped us and made us think we high and mighty. Oh, we got it made. And Yah is saying that for a reason. Because that right hand is about to take into the next transition. That's what's about to happen. That's what's coming. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it. And I hope it's a question that you yourself ask yourself. Me, myself, I told you I ain't got no sense. This creator been dealing with me since I was 4. You think I wouldn't drop nothing to be ready? Come on now. These years weren't years for no reason. These years had a purpose, a meaning, a servant, a duty. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, check yourself this day to see if you yourself are ready for that right hand to move you to the next stage. Or do you have too much to hold on to even want to be in that number? I, Sister Deborah, say shalom and shalom.